Hello everyone, welcome back to ErikaBuilds and another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are back in Glimmerbrook again, and I think there's just 2 more lots left after this one, and then this world will be done. So not that I'm trying to rush, but it's just kind of exciting when you get a new world and then you can just fill it up, and I don't know, there's some kind of sense of accomplishment, I guess, with that. So today we are on the lot called Creekside Corner. It's a 30 by 20. And we're working on a family home that I am building with a fall, like autumn theme. And I'm going to show you here a picture of the home that this is based from. Basically, I just went on a Google image search like I usually do and scrolled through some homes. I really just wanted to find something that looked very cozy and family friendly, and something that just made me feel excited for fall. And so this house, it really appealed to me. It sort of has a bit of like New England charm to it. It's very suburban and very traditional, and I just felt like it had the perfect type of front porch to like put a pumpkin on it. And I don't know, I just really liked this picture, and so I was like, well, I'm gonna try to build it in The Sims. And as you guys know, that's usually what I do because I don't really feel as confident when I come up with houses on my own. I always feel like they're kind of, I don't know, they're just not as good, I guess. And so I like using reference pictures when I build. And so with this one, there were a few challenges. Probably the first challenge was just trying to find some doors and windows that would look pretty close to the original, and then also trying to find a siding color that would be relatively close to the original. We really could use even more, and I know we recently got more siding, which is great. We could use even more, just because the thing with siding is, depending on which world you build it in, it can have a very different color. Like this particular color of siding that I chose for this house, it kind of almost looks green, but I've used the exact same swatch on other houses in other worlds, and it looks more brown. And so I guess it's brown with a little bit of a tinge of green in it. But it was pretty close to the house in the picture. And so that was kind of challenge number 1. And then there was a few other things. This sort of like round copper roof that's there on the front left, that was kind of hard to do. Like I still don't even really feel like it's exactly right, but it was about as close as I could come up with to do that sort of like smooth sort of domed rooftop. So I wanted to try to replicate that. And then as I'm looking at the house here, you'll notice I like zoom back and I look at it because I'm constantly comparing it to the reference picture. And I'm thinking, okay, why doesn't mine look like theirs? And so, takes a lot of tweaking and just a lot of like guesswork and problem solving to try to figure out, okay, like what are the things about my house that don't look like the other house, and what can I do about it? And so I was adjusting like the width of the house, and that's something that you kind of don't really know for sure until you get the house up and you build it. Same with like ceiling height. You'll notice right there I just raised the ceiling height because I kept thinking, okay, this reference photo, this house looks very tall, and so the lower just standard ceiling height was not cutting it, of course. And then once I raised the ceiling height, I had to change the door, and I had to adjust all the windows, and I had to change the roof. But it's fine because my goal is always to try to just make it as close to the picture as I can. And it's fun. It's a challenge, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, because honestly, I probably have a dozen houses, that you guys have never seen and will never see that I had to abandon because, we do have limitations in The Sims when it comes to replicating certain roof designs, certain structures, certain types of like windows and doors and siding and whatever. And it's just certain types of houses that are just really, really hard to build in The Sims. So sometimes, I'll look at a picture and I'll think, I think I could build this. And then I get into the game and I'm like, no, I can't do it. So this one I think turned out okay. It looks kind of like the picture. I mean, obviously not exactly, but it was close. And so now I'm just like putting some windows around on the outside. This is a very difficult type of house build for me personally, because I prefer houses that have more shape to them. And I don't really like salt box, like traditional type suburban homes as much to build, just because it's more difficult. It's more difficult to figure out how to floor plan it, where to put the windows, because it's just a big box, right? But the thing with using reference pictures is many houses, especially here in America, are very boxy and they have very plain, sometimes they'll have very decorative fronts, but the sides and the back are very plain, especially in the suburbs where you have small lots. And so you don't have the room to really like have, much shape to the back and the sides of the house. So yeah, that is just one thing that made this a little more difficult. And you can see here, the floor plan is just about done. I used a lot of the arches from Strangerville, which are my favorite, especially with all of these fall and autumn theme builds that I've been doing over the last month or so. If you like fall, definitely check out my other videos, because I think this is probably like the 6th or so house that I've done with a fall theme. I've just been really loving autumn lately. And so so check those out if you want to. Okay, so now I'm actually working on the decor and the furniture. Yay. And so this is the kitchen where I always start, and these counters are from Realm of Magic, which is where we are. This world that I'm building in is called Glimmerbrook, and it is the world that came with Realm of Magic. And so I would not consider this a house for a magician or a magician, like a spellcaster. I don't know why I just said magician, a spellcaster, because I didn't put like any of the magical like stuff in it. It's just like a basic family home, but I did use several furniture pieces. Well, maybe not several, but some furniture pieces from Realm of Magic, like these counters and also the appliances. I played around with trying Jungle Adventure appliances with these counters, but it just was not working for me. Have you guys been finding any appliances you think look good with these Realm of Magic counters? Because I haven't really found one that I like in the game. I think I tried Jungle Adventure, I know, and I tried Cool Kitchen. And I don't know, those are just a little bit too modern, I think, for these old-fashioned counters. So yeah, maybe we need some more appliances in our next update. Well, that's probably not going to happen, because rumor has it it's going to be Sims 4 University, which is great. I know everyone's super excited. I'm excited. I think it's going to be really fun. I can't wait to decorate dorm rooms. And the best thing about it is, if we're getting stuff for dorms, that's really going to also help with family homes, because I am just so tired of using Kids Stuff Pack and Parenthood to do all my kids' bedrooms. It will be so nice to have some new, like, youthful type decor to use in, like, you know, family houses. So that would hopefully, I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I feel hopefully that might happen. So you probably saw I was trying to decide where to put these windows, and I don't even really know for sure if I like how it turned out, but you guys can let me know. So I ended up moving the windows and putting them underneath the cabinets because I really wanted to get some natural light on these counters. Yeah, so it has kind of a plus side and a minus side. The plus side is it brings in this nice sunlight into the kitchen, but the negative side is that from the outside exterior of the house, it looks kind of weird because the windows are basically in the middle of the wall height, which I don't know if I like, but you know, it's a sim, so who cares? It doesn't have to look like it makes sense as long as it makes us happy, right? That's the best thing about building. We can do whatever we want. So I did put those windows over the counters, and yeah, it helped really brighten things up, especially since I was using this very, very dark brown. And the reason I chose this swatch in the counters is because I felt like the dark brown wood looked really nice with those Strangerville arches. And then for the walls, you probably saw me flipping through all the different types of tile. I didn't use Jungle Adventure. It's a miracle. I can't even remember the last time I built a house with a kitchen that didn't have Jungle Adventure tile. So this is actually a base game tile, and I really like how this turned out because the dark crown molding perfectly matches the kitchen counters and the archways. And you know me, if it's matching, I'm happy. And so, yeah, I think it really came together. And then I added those brown bar stools because I thought that tied in really nicely with the counters. And then I kind of mixed black and brown. Since the appliances were black, I used that shelf in black from Cool Kitchen Stuff and kind of tried to marry those two colors together in this room because normally brown and black is a little bit difficult, especially dark brown and black, to mix successfully. And so hopefully you guys think that turned out okay. And then just here, on the other side of the kitchen is the laundry room, which is like a pass-through laundry room. And actually, I've seen this a lot in older houses in the South. Particularly, I was thinking about my aunt's house and like some other houses that I've been into. But I think maybe it's because laundry rooms were added, later, like obviously not when the houses were new since they're old. And so I think a lot of times people would finish off like a porch and turn it into a laundry room. That seems to be really popular, I guess, in like old houses. So I was thinking of that when I chose how I wanted to do that laundry room and how it's kind of like connected to the porch and right by the kitchen. So hopefully you guys think that looks okay. And then there's a bathroom here as well. This is the only bathroom on the first floor. So it's like a guest bath, but also has a bathtub because I did include items for a dog with this family. So there is a bathtub here close to the back door in case, your dog comes in smelling like a skunk or something, you can get them to the bathtub quickly. That plumbing and everything in that bathroom is from cats and dogs. And now I'm just changing, this is one thing about the new stairs is you can turn them, but you can't really do anything about changing the length, as far as like, does that make sense? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I ended up having like one square of extra space at the top of the stairs. And so I played around with like walling it off and making it like a diagonal. And so finally what I decided to do was just make kind of this little like cubby area, which kind of almost looks like it was built in, which I love that idea because in older homes, a lot of times you see like built-in cabinets and all kinds of like built-in shelving and stuff like that. And so I kind of liked how that turned out. And then I just put like a bench here and some flowers and backpacks. And, it's like your typical front entry hall where it just kind of catches all the family stuff. And that front door, I'm not super crazy about it. I played around with doing either that one or the one from Strangerville, which I really, really liked as well. But to stick with the reference photo, I ended up doing this one because in the reference photo, the door has a curvature, like curved like window at the top, and it's framed, it's dark brown and it's framed in white. And so I was like, okay, well, this door that we have in the game is dark brown and framed in white and it has a curve. So that's gonna be about as close as I'm gonna get to the original. So yeah, so that's all for the entry. And then now I'm just working on the dining room. You know, whenever I'm doing dark brown wood floors, I always have trouble making up my mind about the corresponding like furniture that's going to go with it. Of course, the rug helps break it up so it's not like brown on brown, but it's still like hard to decide on the tones. And really, I just wanted everything to match those Strangerville archways. And so that very tall dish cabinet that you see there on the right-hand side, that is from Cats and Dogs, and it actually matches the Strangerville arches, I think, really well. And then I just did like some wainscoting in here with like some darker I think I'm getting ready to change this. Yeah, I lightened that up. That was a little bit too dark. And so I lightened up the walls a little bit and then did some darker curtains. And then the chairs, they're almost black. They're very, very, very dark brown, which I think looks nice with the kitchen, because in the kitchen, you know, I had that dark brown and black sort of mixed together. Yeah, so I thought that matched pretty well. And then I did like a little buffet area. I love using this combination. It's the buffet table from Seasons, and then that shelf above is from Jungle Adventure, which I always think looks really nice in a dining room type setting. So, stopping talking about the build for just a second, I wanted to say thank you guys so much. I hit 1,000 subscribers to this channel today, and I was so excited. I took a screenshot really fast because I was like, oh no, somebody's gonna unsubscribe. So I took a screenshot really fast. So hopefully it doesn't go back down, because I was really, really, really happy. So thank you so much. Like, I can't even believe it. And actually, I think today is exactly 6 months since I started this channel. So 1,000 subscribers in 6 months. I mean, I'm super happy. That I really, really appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if we should do something special, like, I don't know, have like a Q&A or something. I don't really know if anybody has questions for me. I feel like I talk all the time and I probably say too much. I don't know if there's anything you would want to ask. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if you think there's something we should do to like commemorate the occasion. But anyway, getting back to the build, this little bumped out, okay, let me know if you think this looks bad. But basically what I did is I took that angled couch from Seasons, and then I tucked those little tables from Get Famous behind it to kind of close, because I didn't want there to be like gaps there, and I wanted it to kind of look like a window seat, but I didn't want to change the exterior of the house and make it an actual bay window, so it's kind of like a fake bay window. I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think of how that turned out. But yeah, all these couches and tables are from Seasons, and I went with like a lighter swatch because a lot of this house is very dark, especially the kitchen and the dining room. So I kind of wanted to brighten up the living room a little bit, just so the whole house wouldn't be too dark. And so this fireplace and bookcases are from Cats and Dogs, and then that little wall light over the fireplace is from Seasons. Later, I went back and put a TV there. I momentarily forgot to put it there, but I did go back and put it there because, you know, you got to have a TV for the fam. And then here on the coffee table, I just added like some magazines and plants, and then I was just doing some decor on the walls. And then over in this other little area, I wanted to put the computer desk, but I didn't want to completely like close off the room, but I didn't want to leave it completely open either. And I played around with doing like a half wall. I wasn't really sure like how that would turn out. And then I decided just to leave it like a full height wall, but just not all the way. So it's kind of like partially like private. So if you were doing something, I guess, on the computer and you needed a little bit of privacy, you have moderate amount of privacy here for the little office area. So this desk is nice when you want to face out away from the wall, because it has these like little shelves on the bottom that show up on the outside, which is kind of nice. And then I just put some bookshelves in here and plants and a bunch of decor and stuff, and I like cluttered up the desk, and yeah, all the typical kind of like office type things. And you know, if you don't like all these archways like between the laundry room and the kitchen and all this, if you think it's too many, you could always pull that archway out and put indoors. There are several different patterns of like double doors. There's some French doors I think in Get Together, and also in Base Game that would look nice there. Okay, so here's a bit of a time jump. I turned off the camera to do the landscaping because this video was already gonna be so crazy long. And so now I'm starting to work on the upstairs bedrooms. And basically up here, there are 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So the way I decided to do it is I did 2 kids' rooms and a toddler room, and then the other is the master. And the master bedroom has its own dedicated bathroom, and then the other bathroom is in the hall for the 3 kids to share. So this first bedroom, I decided to go with this brown gingham wallpaper with the red curtains from Cats and Dogs. So I'm keeping it very country and rustic and warm, and you know, I'm still thinking about fall and autumn and all those types of colors. And of course I love red, as I've told you guys so many times. So there's quite a lot of red in here. And for this child, I was imagining a very creative kid. So they've got the drawing table, they've got an easel, there's lots of like arts and crafts type decor like on the desk. I did go back and put a laptop there. I forgot for just a few minutes, but then I remembered that I forgot to put the computer. So yeah, so I did some school projects here on a shelf, and I just tried to think of everything that would just fit for a creatively minded kid. And still keeping everything pretty warm and dark as far as like the colors. That drawing table is from Seasons, but you could use any kind of drawing table there and it would probably look fine. And then there's quite a few toys scattered around and a toy box. I wasn't really thinking of a certain age of kid, just sort of a generic, you know, like aged child's room. And I guess in The Sims it doesn't really matter because we don't have like different ages, you know, we just have toddlers and kids and teens. I think it would be really cool if we had like preteen, like middle school as a life stage. I think that would be fun. But anyway, I'm just finishing this up now and adding some decor. Oh, another thing, slightly off topic from the build, is I wanted to also thank you guys for all the support and all the comments and everything on the Oregon, wrong state, the Oregon mountain home that I did the other day. I think the last time I checked, it had like 1,000 downloads from the gallery. So, wow, I was really excited. Like, because a lot of times people will, you know, they'll say, oh, this house is so great and I really like it, but then no one downloads it. And then you think to yourself, are people just telling me this house is nice and no one really likes it? So I always get excited when people actually take the time to download something that I build and play with it. So Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And oh, and also thank you for all your help with the railings. If you watch that video, I had asked you guys to help me figure out how to get those upstairs railings. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you just have to go back to the video called why do I keep saying Montana? Oregon Mountain Home. And you'll see I was having all this trouble with these upstairs railings. And I finally just realized that there was some kind of weird thing with the windows where every time I added the railings upstairs, the windows on the floor below would disappear. It has something to do with the stairwell, like because of the way I had the stairs turned, which of course is a new feature for the game. And every time I put the railing at the top of the stairs, the downstairs windows would disappear, and I'd try to add them back and it would say, object cannot interfere with something. I don't know. So I never did figure out how to get those railings to stay on the upstairs without taking those windows out. So I don't know. It's just one of those things, I guess, that just wasn't meant to be. But yeah, anyway, so thank you for your help with that. And this room I'm working on, just finishing up now. I was kind of thinking could be for a teen. I tried to keep the decor in here a little bit older than the decor in the first bedroom. So definitely could be used for a teen. There's like magazines and a lot of makeup and stuff that just seemed very teen friendly. And then on the third kids room, this is a toddler room and it's a big room. And so I had room to use the full-sized dollhouse, which I don't usually do. I usually either size it down or I don't use it at all. So that was kind of nice. And put extra toys, and I put like a train set and stuff on the floor. So it's kind of nice when you have these really big, huge bedrooms where you can be a little bit more, creative and think about things that you can add that you don't usually, have room to add. So the theme in here is just kind of blues and greens and lots of animals. There's like dinosaurs on the wallpaper and dogs on the curtains and frogs on the floor and ladybugs. And yeah, there's all kinds of animals in this room. Here's where I'm putting down that train, which is kind of cute and fun, even though they actually can't, like scoot it around. That would be cool though. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be a really good toddler interaction if they could like, take the train and like move it back and forth across the carpet. That would be cool. Okay, so I finished the toddler room. Now I'm just doing this little upstairs hallway kind of landing area. It's pretty small, so there wasn't really a lot that I could do with it. And the walls and the floors here, I just took the same as was on the first floor. I'm just adding like a bunch of paintings and artwork and stuff and just some little knickknacks. Kind of where the stairs turned, I ended up having this little like area where I could put some stuff. So that was kind of cute. And then this bathroom is for all three kids. And so I wanted to make sure that it was plenty big enough. I did double sinks and there's a toddler potty seat in here. And the colors, again, I'm still sticking with a lot of warm autumn inspired colors. The green and the brown, is definitely makes me feel a very warm, cozy feeling. And the toddler potty seat is green to match the bathtub with the baseball. So I thought that was kind of cute. And then the rug with the soccer ball. So yeah, it's a kid bathroom, but it's also, I think, kind of a cute bathroom for the house. And this wallpaper is from Parenthood. The sinks and like the cabinets next to the sinks, that's all from Seasons. And then the last bedroom is the master bedroom. I was gonna do brown in here, and then I was like, no, I've done so much brown in this house. I want to do something else. And so I decided to do green. And this is a bed that I haven't used in ages. I can't even remember the last time. And those curtains in that particular swatch with the green, I don't think I've used in a long time either. So that was kind of fun because, I never want to get caught in like a rut where I keep doing the same beds and the same curtains, especially with master bedrooms. master bedrooms are hard. They're the hardest bedroom for me, because when I think of kids, I can think about like their personalities and their school and like their talents and their interests. But for some reason with master bedrooms, I'm always just like, I don't know, a bed, a dresser, a mirror, I don't know. And so this actually, I think, turned out kind of nice, because the bed and the curtains and the rug, and then I put that kind of comfy armchair, they're all from cats and dogs, and so they all match really nicely with the same swatch of green. And then the green lampshades on those lamps from Get Famous actually matched pretty well. So yeah, I actually like how this turned out. And green is not really a color that I like, but for some reason this I don't know, it kind of appealed to me. It seemed very peaceful and warm and just nice for the parents. So yeah, and then I put a ceiling fan in here too, and just kind of cluttered up the bedside tables with a few odds and ends. And so we're just coming almost to the end of the build. The last thing I'm going to do is the master bathroom. So I just wanted to take a minute to say, again, thank you, 1,000 subscribers, super excited. Don't forget, you can also follow me in the gallery, because sometimes I upload things and I don't do a YouTube video for them. Like if it's something that I just built kind of quickly, or something that I didn't really just feel like was good material for a video. So it's good to follow me in the gallery, because then you'll see a lot more stuff than just what you'll see here on the channel. So my gallery ID is ErikaBuilds, and then also that is my username for Twitter and Instagram. Instagram is now at 11,000 followers, so that's like incredible. I don't even know. In fact, I had a post the other day that had 10,000 likes, and I was just like, what is happening? I don't know. I'm just so appreciative. I don't even know how to thank you guys enough for all your support. So we're coming to the end here of the screenshots. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments what else you want to see. Are you getting tired of the autumn and the fall themed builds? I don't know. I kind of want to do a haunted house. I did a haunted bed and breakfast last October. If you didn't see it, it's in the gallery. It's really funny. And so, and make sure you read the description, because the description is hilarious. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.